Hey everyone, welcome to Pickleball and Beyond. My name's Ryan.
My name is Vino.
And today we are looking at the Hudef Viva Pro Gen 1 14mm. So we both absolutely love the 16mm paddle. Traditionally, we both play with 16mm paddles usually. So let's hear your initial thoughts on their 14mm version of the Viva Pro.
Again, this is their Pro series. I know we have said this over and over again, and I keep saying this. For their price point, they deliver a phenomenal paddle.
Yes.
High quality, fully thermoformed. I mean, really, really enjoy this paddle. The first time I actually played with it, I couldn't differentiate that this was a 14mm. It played like a 16mm, and we'll go down into the specs a little bit later. But everything else, very similar to all theirs. All their grips are a little bit more squarer. Get what I mean? So it's their squared grip, coloring really great, and we'll do a close-up. Again, the surface. I don't think I've been able to clean a surface like this one. Like you just rub it and it just cleans up. It's like one of the best surfaces to clean. Where would you categorize this?
So I would definitely put the 14mm still as an all-around paddle. It's, again, it has more power than the 16, as you'd expect, but it still retained quite a lot of control, that it doesn't shine in one category or the other. So once again, this would be an all-around paddle. And I would say the same for the 16mm actually, just in a slightly different spot on that scale.
Yeah, and what was really interesting was the width's very similar. It's 8.9, 8.0, very similar, but this does have a slight swing width, less than your 16mm. But as far as the control goes, we were talking about this, it's very hard to kind of give it anything less or more. I would say this is slightly less, just not even a point. It's very hard to like, if you were held to gunpoint, I would say this has a little bit more control.
The 16mm has
16,
just a smidge. I noticed when like you were smashing the ball at me, the 16mm did offer, it had that little extra gear on it. But in most cases, like as far as you're hitting your dinks or drops even for the most part, they feel very similar.
Yeah, so control, pretty awesome.
Yeah, on both of them.
On both of them. Let's go to where it shines. It's got a little bit more power. Not as much as the Gen 2.
Definitely not, though.
Right? So this is a really powerful, hard-hitting paddle.
And for a 16mm as well, which is awesome to see.
I would say, as far as a balanced, high-power hitting paddle, the Gen 2 is phenomenal. Yeah. This one, I think, is almost a point more than this as far as power goes, wouldn't you say?
Yep, it's like a half point more from the 14. Maybe a full point, around there.
I'll almost give it a full point as far as power goes. Price point, $99. With our code, you get 15% off. Someone's looking for a first-time paddle. You spend that amount, you get a quality paddle.
It's a great option. Just to differentiate the two, between the 14mm and 16mm option. Personally, I and you, like I said, we both almost always shoot for the 16mm option. And this is like the one scenario ever where I think we both agreed we preferred the 14mm.
Just a smidge more.
For the reason being, I felt like I barely lost any control. But if you if you really want that extra control, this will have a touch more. But the maneuverability on this was crazy. Like after I played with the 14, I tried going to the 16, and I felt slow all of a sudden. Like my hand speed
just a smidge, but it's noticeable.
It's noticeable.
When you
and that little, that split-second decision rate, like being able to be a little more maneuverable, and that little extra power you get with hardly any loss of control made both of us, actually decide we preferred the 14mm more than the 16.
And what's funny is, so Stephanie, who's recording this video, she has been looking for a paddle. She used the Project 003 because she needs more of a control paddle because her game is that. She tried the Lux as well. And lately she has been using this, a 14mm paddle, because she's getting that control, but she's getting that extra power as well with that kind of a lower swing weight, get what I mean? Not that Apex level, and we'll have some reviews on Apex, and that's a fully controlled paddle. I think this is it's a really nice, interesting 14mm paddle.
Yeah, and with its weight, you can certainly add more weight if you're looking to do so,
yes.
coming in right around that 8.0 flat.
Again, with the price, comes with a great case as well.
Yeah.
We have marked it so we know what our demo paddles are, but it's a nice, clean case. Again, awesome job by Hudef for what they deliver for price.
Yep.
Adaptability, we already mentioned it. It's an easy adaptable paddle.
Yep.
Continuing with the spin, let's touch on the spin.
Yeah, I was gonna say the spin, you know, compared to the 16, I mean, you know, you're getting the same surface, maybe slightly less dwell, but super comparable.
Yes.
All of their paddles produce a lot of spin. Mind you, we still got more on the Mage, for example, out of their entire series. So if you're looking for the absolute most spin on
the Mage,
for the lowest price,
yes.
This doesn't get up to the Mage, but it's still.
I don't think it gets up to
job.
the Gen 2 as well. I get a little bit more spin with that, but I still would put it in the 1800s. Pretty good spin.
Yeah.
Good surface, durable surface. Now we have hit with this surface quite a lot. It's very durable. So you're getting a very durable paddle. We keep saying this is one, like you get cheaper paddles, but I have to highlight that these are really durable paddles.
Very.
So yes, we have enjoyed this. Again, we have all of these to demo. Again, it comes to personal preferences, right? It's that small little change on how you're maneuvering, or a little bit more control, a little bit more power. So they have a good collection. If you want to demo it, please reach out to us. Please comment, please subscribe. We love hearing from you. Hope to see you in another paddle review.